My name is Tuan Mami. I'm an artist from Hanoi. Um, and I came to Germany this time for joining LIA, Leipzig International Art Program, supported by LIA and Goethe Institute.
Could you speak a little bit about your cultural background in Vietnam? Where are you from there? How was your education or your upbringing? What is your major things you would love to tell someone coming from Vietnam?
So I graduated from the Hanoi Fine Art University, which I mainly practiced in my earlier career as a painter. So yeah, I did a lot of oil painting, but later on I moved more towards conceptual art and social engage art projects, which I do a lot of research and site-specific work with the performance practice. And then recently I do more so-called performative installation, which I create more like a platform for many things happen at that place. So in this process, everyone join my work. Can be a performance or can be like sort of interactive process.
Mm-hmm. Could you please talk a little bit about your recent project, which is also related to the documenta, about plants and the trade of human resources and the aspects of feeling home, having a home country, or leaving your comfort zone, being abroad and away, and what that connection means to you.
So it's a very long story about, I think it's very difficult to describe exactly where the project come from. I was really interested to research and work with the Vietnamese diasporas in around the world, like in Asia, in UK, in US and UK, in the East and the West, to see how basically I want to see how human moving on the move, how we are moving toward to the future. In order to do it, Vietnamese is a community is the most easy access for me to be understood the progress of the movement. So, and also I could be much easier to share the feeling with the people, and also of course my background. So I start to look at the Vietnamese community probably 10 years ago, and then I go and then 2019 I was stuck in Taiwan because of COVID 2020. So I stuck there for like about 10 months because of COVID, so I couldn't go back home, no flight. So that time I had more time to travel to visit Vietnamese people around Taiwan. And the thing that before I was always searching for the problem, and then I feel all my work about Vietnamese, about immigration, is very much about some problem or some social issues. But when I was stuck in Taiwan, I had more time to spend with them and understand their deeper or understand more about their real matter or about emotional matters. And I found that it's amazing how Vietnamese and the plant, Vietnamese plant, could be like presenting for each other. Like for Vietnamese, they could see the Vietnamese plant as a metaphor for their life, and it's as a metaphor for their people or hope and their memory or emotion or spiritual sort of support. So and then I found out that even for Vietnamese living in Taiwan, where we have a quite similar background, culture, and even food culture, it's quite similar. Even we have like similar weather, similar plants, but for Vietnamese, they still have the urge to having Vietnamese plant as for their using, like medicinally, traditional medicine, or for their food, but also for their like feeling that they feel that they can, through the plant, they can connect to their family, connect to their homeland, which I felt really impressed and really moved. So, and then I also found out that nowadays it's in last of 10 years, all the many countries, especially the rich country, they make very strict law for bringing seed of plant into their country, which opposite with what they are doing about with the sort of the movement of human beings, that the rich country need more workers to come to their country to work. So they actually import more human resources, people, into their country to work for the country. But then to opposite with what they teach to them, that they cut off many connections between them and their government, country. So basically they just want, I want you to come, but you don't bring anything. You just come to work at the, for me it's a new way of slavery concept. Like you only need people to work for you. You don't care about their emotion. You don't care about their life, which for me is the very big problem. It could create more social problems. And then I thought that maybe it's only exists in Taiwan. At the time, that for me it's very strange because I didn't know that before. And then when I had the chance to, I've been invited to Germany for further work for LIA, because it was also stuck. I supposed to be here in 2020, where I was stuck in Taiwan. So, and then also I think like, okay, in the first idea, I thought maybe I work with the Vietnamese community to try to digging into my father's memory, or what he had studied in Germany in 1978. So I was really thinking about trying to reconnect to him, because he passed away when I was small. And in Vietnam in the 80s and 90s, our social structure is really broken. So we lost every information. And then he passed away when I was small, so I didn't have any information about him. So I was thinking, yes, I would really want to go to Leipzig to search for his existence, or who is he. So and then for many years I really have that wish to go to Leipzig. Yes, but then when I come here, I think that there is also another, with the Vietnamese community, which also I can see him through the sort of bigger matter or bigger social movement, as I had from beginning, is why and what we are moving, what did we lost, and what are we carrying on, and how our image exists through the pace of time. So I think instead of doing strictly to my father's story, I go into the larger picture of the Vietnamese sort of immigration in Leipzig or in and then I got another chance to exhibit in Kassel. So I also think that it's a great chance for me to explore the even bigger image of Vietnamese community in Germany. So I decided to continue the project with the plant. And then I know, and I also figured out that not the same issue as in Taiwan, but they share concern and share matter between the modern society about human resources, about labor, about power, hierarchy, and also our tradition, our sort of spiritual world, which more and more our society, modern society, try to avoid. And I think it's not really a nice way that I want to see in the future. So through this, that first of all, I start my like Vietnamese immigrating garden in Germany, which I developed in Documenta, that I want to bring the issues of our modern society, but also try to create a hope for immigrating people who can, especially for Vietnamese, who live very closely to nature or to plant. They can have the imagination, or they have the hope that they continue to live in the foreign country with their spiritual support. And then when after that garden, I would think, and then I come to LIA, right? So I am supported to have a show in the Akai Massive. Then I found out that this amazing coincidence that in the library, in the archiving room, have amazing historical image from period, even like, because we know that the gallery located in the biggest cotton tie factory in Germany or maybe in Europe, as I heard. And then I found, wow, it's amazing, impressive area. And then when I looked closely into the archive, I found out even you can see the trace of colonizing period, that German went to Africa to exploit the land, exploit the laborers, and then building a lot of huge cotton plantations, which of course at the time that is such a proud of European or proud of German that knew produce a lot of wonderful cotton to provide for Europe, for the war. But suddenly I connect to my work that, wow, so what is it some problem here, or some matter here that I want to discover, like, so. But of course, before with my research, I already aware of the movement about the plant through the history of human being globally. Like before, in our old days, the plant is very important. That we often move, and then the very essential that we need to bring seed of plant, our known seed of plant, that the only way when you travel to new land you can survive, otherwise you dead because you don't have food yet. So you have to lean on your resource, your homeland, whatever the resource to survive. And then until the period of colonization, that the colonizer like express the seed and plant all around the world, actually from continental to another continental. Like whatever you can, grow, whatever you can develop for making benefit for yours. And then, and then nowadays, and then after that period, I also can recognize that almost plant nowadays already immigrated from somewhere, or already like being mixed, or being how to say hyper. So yeah, and then that is my really wonder, and then why nowadays in last of like very short period we very worried about that. Yes, there of course people say that is some problem, some matter, but then like I think we thought that we are more powerful, and with the old technique or the money or like destroy the nature, we are more powerful. But now we really scared like some little thing, and I don't get it. Yeah, I don't talk about politics in this project, but I talk about in the layer of humanity, in layer of the equality, that what is the matter here? Who can decide? When you travel, who can decide like what's the right to do, And also with the nowadays with the border matter, like we are more divided. With the war now more divided, and I don't see that is such a beautiful future when we are more divided, which is very dangerous as my belief. I want more love, I want more care, I want more connection, because with many of my research, I think when you disconnect to the other, you easily to destroy other, because you said, okay, I don't get it, I don't know you, and I don't even care about you. But with the understanding, with the connection, or with the relationship, you care more. So basically, I also want to bring things together, to create like something that maybe look like nothing, but it create the connection, it create the like more link, that people can be together, or even not people, like with a different sort of understanding, we should care more. And also like with the plant, the Vietnamese plant, like when they are here, they are okay, they like normal plant, but in the process is considered as illegal plant, because you are not allowed to bring in. So why it here? So what do you talk about that? So if you don't allow, it means they are here illegally. I also don't get it. So my presentation as something that people can also bring the question to the topic of like the humanity and also equality.